Right, so for P, it has to be pole pots. You know what I mean? I'm still very, very proud of our pots, which I massively do feel they're the most versatile pots, small pole mounted pots on the market by a million miles. You know what I mean? Nothing else comes close without being all fiddly. So ours are just so simple to use, but they have so many just brilliant features that make me feed bait in the correct way. So you wouldn't think something such as small as a pole pot could have such a big impact on the way your feed enters the peg, ends up on the bottom, how many fish you catch. But trust me, it does make a massive difference if things are done in the right way, and say these pots allow that. I mean, they've got quite a few key features in that. Firstly was the holes in the bottom that allow me to feed all my stodgy baits, me stodged up micro pellets, me worms, me mushy meat, whatever. It lets me feed those lovely little clumps of bait by tipping my pole pot down the edge up to an island, whatever, and allow it to no vacuum to be created, so the bait leaves the pot in a beautiful way and stays as tight as it can on the bottom, which results in plenty more bites, keeping the fish nice and located. Also, it's got the versatility of the lids, so we've got a nice little, the normal round lid, which is my favourite for shaking my pellets out. We've got the brilliant, what's he going to call it? I had one of them a second ago, sprinkle lid, for something that I must admit I was a little bit sceptical of at first. I wasn't a big fan of, but since then I've used it all summer long, throughout the winter for my F1 fishing. And for those days when you just want to tap a little bit of bait in, leave it, tap a little bit of bait in, you know when you're trying to get a while out of your pot. So it's so simple and so easy and so quick as well for me, which is the important thing in filling my pot up simply. Do you know what I mean? It's so quick to get those pellets into my pot with a quick scrape through if it's on the end of your pole, or just simply tipping them over the top. They go straight in and they just allow that little bit of bait to endlessly be fed without spilling it all over my peg when I hook a fish. And so lastly, which no other pot has got at the moment, is the lovely little extenders that we've got. I mean, I found myself quite a few times over the last couple of seasons that when my peg gets really, really good, I actually have to step up. And you know, even with the biggest pots, in the old days, I wouldn't have been able to step up and go any bigger. Now I can just add a little extension to it. I can even add 2 extensions to it, which is a little sneaky tip that I've done once or twice. And without changing my pot, without messing about, I'm able to almost double the amount of feed just by adding a quick collar to my pot. And again, I'm straight into adding more bait to my peg, bringing them bigger fish into the peg when they feed that last few hours. So they're just brilliant. There's no pot on the market, like I said, that's as versatile as these. And above all, they fit on pretty much every pole beautifully without ever causing any damage.